Hello, I'm Chuck Skupin.
I'm Joe Lucas. Almost 20 years ago, we started our law firm with a single mission: to help people stay informed of their legal rights with personal injury accidents.
We have recovered millions for our clients.
And with over 30 years of experience, we are the best choice for personal injury representation.
Stop by one of our 3 conveniently located offices for a free consultation.
Former star from the reality TV show Survivor has been sentenced on child pornography charges. Michael Skupin, he appealed to the judge for mercy today, but he failed to win that fight. 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell was in the courtroom for the punishment.
He competed on the reality TV show Survivor twice. Today, an Oakland County Circuit Court judge told Michael Skupin he's now going to have to survive 1 to 4 years in prison. Michael Skupin, who has been living in Milford, walked into court to learn his sentence for a case that started 3 years ago. That's when the Michigan Attorney General's office started investigating allegations he orchestrated a Ponzi scheme and stole just over $30,000. As investigators searched his computer, they found child pornography.
I have 11 children that I'm raising, and 4 of them are at-home minors.
Skupin asked the judge for mercy for the sake of his children before learning his sentence for charges of larceny and possessing child pornography. The judge told him he exploited not only the children in the pictures he possessed, but his own children.
Part of your defense was casting suspicion on your 17-year-old stepchild.
Judge Wendy Potts ordered him to pay restitution of just over $30,000 taken in the Ponzi scheme and sentenced him to 1 to 4 years in prison for possessing child pornography. The judge told Skupin she gave him a harsh sentence because of his hypocrisy. She said he didn't take responsibility for the crimes and instead tried to paint himself as a do-gooder, the founder of the Michael Skupin Ministries.
Which the court finds offensive in view of the children that have been exploited in this case. So it is the sentence of the court that you shall serve 1 to 4 years. Michigan Department of Corrections. Jail credit is 8 days.
I think he's shocked. Like I said, I kind of was too. I expected probation and a jail sentence. I did not expect her to exceed the guidelines.
Skupin's attorney says they plan to appeal. In Pontiac, Kim Russell, 7 Action News.
Survivor. It's one of the most popular reality TV shows ever.
Hello, I'm RichardZick81. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Yes, and I want to elaborate and talk about these people that I know, and I have some memory of evidence and thoughts on this, what they are about me losing these royalties for my martial arts contributions. Now, okay, this is the problem I have here. These Skupin and Lucas law firm people, so they did not develop their law firm until 1998, but what I know was in play before they developed their power, their empire of their law firm and whatever the hell they have. I earned my royalties with Shenmue. Now, I do want to say this, that just because my medical diagnosis became known to the teacher, Raymond Patrick Savoy, and this, maybe the whatever other people affiliated with them, their family of Skupin surname, here's the problem. I have human rights and confidentiality rights too. Now, I want to say that there's not any sure way to know that I'm going to always have mental illness. I'm always going to have depression. I'm always going to have anxiety and problems. The only sure way to know that, and the sure way to understand that, is you just have to play it by day. But see, there's no way to know that I would have had that if I had my money. if I had had a lot of my money. Now, it is my belief that these royalties that I earned and the money that I earned in that degree for what I contributed, the value of it, the significance, and the real value of that degree was worth a lot of money. See, this video game Shenmue is worth $47 million to $70 million that the government of Japan and other sources and entities donated to make this video game called Shenmue. They used my likeness. They used the way I would dress. They used the things I would say. They used my ideas to make this video game of a 3D Japanese-oriented video game. They probably give the credit to somebody else for having these ideas. And they used my fight choreography too. So that's got to be worth something. That's got to be some kind of contribution to me concerning Shenmue and patents and royalties, whatever. You know, like, they used my fight choreography. So I am the master and the founder of the system, of the Azuki style. I am either a co-founder or a master or something. I have a lot to do with this Azuki style, is what I'm saying. And nobody can say that they are the founder if I am really doing these moves today. If I'm doing them, and I'm doing them still. Now, one of the teachers, or two of the teachers that I believe are taking credit and money for this, they can't even do karate today. They're just burnt out, washed up, and they can't even do karate. No, they're too old, they're too messed up, but they might be claiming this from those past times. But what I'm on here to say is that, and also I'm wanting to talk about more about this too. I'm going to conclude this video here. Hello, I'm Richard Zuki81. Thank you for joining my YouTube video and my channel. Yes, so this these people named Scoop and Lucas Law Firm, they're I'm trying to figure them out. They're actually, hoping and believing that I'd never had the balls to do this, but I don't know what to do with my life because I had earned something and I don't get it. I don't get my money. It's this Raymond guy, his whatever idea he had that I'm just a nice man, not a nice man, but a nice person, and I want to help a family, and I'm 14 years of age. And I did tell you that I wanted to be a martial arts movie actor one day. I told you I wanted those videos recorded of me, and I told you that I wanted to use that to get into Hollywood. I told him that. But then he just takes off to Arizona, and, I do know that he took a friend to Arizona. I was told by, somebody. He took a friend to Arizona in 1996. I believe that friend was Sarah Lucy Bach. She was 11 or 12. And like I say, they don't, there's another example, okay? This is all related to like their family being, who am I to say? In a way, because I guess sometimes karate teachers don't know what to do with kids. So what do they do with kids that are horny and won't settle down? They have to settle them down with their dicks. I guess you could say that, but that's the truth, right? Is that not the truth? Am I lying here? Am I a liar? You think I'm a liar? See, this is the problem I have. It's nothing mental. It's nothing of lying nature. Nothing of a mental nature. This is the problem. Just because we have a group of people that claim they're Christian, whatever the hell, just because they claim that, here's the problem with this. Christian people are not perfect. They're not like Jesus or something. They want to think they are, but then they're fucking your daughters. They're fucking your sons. Yeah. I'll tell that to any stupid pastor around here. You guys are full of crap. You don't know what you're talking about when you say you're Christian. You think you're so much better because you call yourself a Christian? here's the problem with this. This is the problem. The girl I dated, and I dated her. I didn't marry her. I didn't have a kid with her. And I still didn't get to even have intimate relations with her. Not that I want it now, but she's doing everybody in Target. She's doing everybody around the world, around the area. Golly, man, I mean, banging people from the Middle East in the Target bathroom. I don't know what the hell she's up to, but yeah, she's up to all kind of crap. I've heard all kind of names, Arabic names, Greek names, Spanish names, American names from her. And these are all guys she's banging. But this is the problem. I don't really have a problem with that today. I might have been offended by it a long time ago. Here's a problem I got with this Sarah girl. In the history, she's getting involved with my karate teacher. I have the amazing talent of Shenmue. I look like the guy. Do I not look like the guy? Oh, well, let's deny it. Let's go Greg Costa and James Rayner, and let's say he's not all he claims. I don't know what James Rayner thinks, but I know Greg doesn't like me. Well, I'm recording it. I don't even care if he watches this. You can play Red Rum all day. To me, man, you know, I don't even care. I got you on my friends list. I don't care if he take me off. I don't care what he does. But he's making trouble with me on Facebook. Well, I probably shouldn't have even brought him up. How is he even relevant to this video? You know, here's the problem I got. People in the Facebook group, some of them don't respect me for my claims. They don't know me personally. They don't know who I am, what our history here is in Southeast Michigan. We're nearby Detroit, a major city, much more historical city than if you're in like Minnesota or Missouri, wherever you're from. I mean, I know people that work at Applebee's and have been managers there too, but it doesn't mean you're so significant because you're a manager. You know, there's a problem here. I come from a major city. You can call Detroit a very historical, prominent city. We're like Los Angeles, Miami, New York City. We're a very important city near Detroit, all of us in our area. We're not just anybody. We're not just some people from the South, you know, okay? I mean, sorry, man, but that's the truth about American history here, too. What do we do in Michigan? We've got people that invented the light bulb. We've got people that invented the cars. You know, we're prominent, special people here. And if I'm just from the South, maybe maybe your ancestors just killed Native Americans in their history and, you know, raped their women and children. I don't know. I don't want to say nothing too terrible, but that's history. American history is terrible, isn't it? It is. Some of it is good, some of it's not good. Yes. Anyway, what I'm saying, these people in this law firm, and you're going to hear this video too. I'm going to play some videos, you know, also with this video here. And, see, they're involved with like sex schemes too, like child pornography schemes. These people, this Raymond Savoy guy, it's not that I ever wanted to get him in trouble, but to me, I believe that he took this girl I dated for 3 years later in the future, and they had a scheme all together. Okay, all together, these teachers or something collaborated to make a scheme for my life and take away my martial arts royalties. You see, so my claims of Shenmue and Tekken are very real. This girl, what happened is, I think her parents didn't want her to go to Arizona because the karate teacher that won't accept me back now told me about this. Sabam Nemstegafus told me. I'm just going to say it now because he doesn't accept me anyway. He won't accept me because Doreen won't accept me. Well, there you go. He wanted to see if that helps me because he felt bad for me for some reason. He felt guilty about something or sorry for me or something. I shouldn't even said his name, but you know what? Maybe he's mad at Raymond. They used to be friends back in the day. I don't know why he told me that, but he told me that. And I think I vaguely remember. I don't think. I don't want to say I think. Don't think. You know, I Kiss of the Dragon, I don't think. But I vaguely remember, at that girl's house I dated, Sarah, that they're talking about the Arizona pictures. Don't throw them away. Don't do nothing with them, because she went to Arizona a long time ago. I believe that teacher may have wanted to take me that year too, in 1996. But that's been so many years ago. I think that teacher came to my house several times, this Raymond Savoy. He knew I had special talent for the martial arts. I don't hate him. But I don't know if it's a good idea for me to really know him that well now. Or if ever. Not that he wanted to really that bad anyway. He wanted to know me at times. I remember he came over to my house to play video games with me. I let him in the house, and my mother chased him out. Just told him he had to leave. So, didn't chase him out, but just told him he had to leave. And so we respected her, and he left. That was when I was age 14. So, I remember that, actually. But, I remember a lot of things about people. I remember I seen him at my hair shop, he was getting his hair cut, called Superior Cut, in Allen Park, Michigan. And it's been 30 years now, but I remember I seen him there. He was related to a pastor from a church. Yes. Now, I want to say this. Just because we have people that claim they're Christians, I mean, that doesn't mean they're saintly and they're better necessarily. It doesn't mean that, because some of these people are still involved with sex scandals, and they don't get caught by the police all the time. Okay, they don't always get caught. The police don't always do something about this. So they haven't done nothing about this. The police, about my claims with Shenmue or whatever, they haven't done enough about it. I'm posting this video online, so maybe the 5-0 will actually do something in my favor, because I don't have my money, my royalties. I earned that. I worked for that. I did the work. It's like a job I took on at age 14, and I didn't get paid my money. Okay, I earned a lot of money for that. A lot of money that was worth. That's a very revolutionary video game, this Shenmue and Tekken. Those are very revolutionary, prominent, important video games. See, they're very important video games. I earned that, but somebody else gets my money. Wow, man, I'm very offended. Like, that isn't right. That doesn't even make sense. But what can I do? If the legal system is illegal, if America is illegal, if Michigan is illegal, well, maybe they'll hear me and know that, you guys broke your own laws and violated my human rights by doing that. And what am I going to get out of this? You see? I don't even have enough money to make my claims real if I could, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I'm trying to monetize my channel to get something going here. So I don't even have enough money right now really to get it monetized. I got so many bills and everything. How am I even going to do that? These are real claims. And to think that maybe the government would have these videos, they recorded. I very, very well clearly remember them recorded me doing 3-kick strings, dragon spin, thunder kick, windmill, cyclone kick, brutal tiger, all these things, mud spider, you name it, man, you name it. I did it like nothing. And that's how I did it. I'm Ryu Hazuki. But people don't want to respect me like that. Who is Akira Yuki? He's me. I did this at age 10. I did that. I did the front kick. Let's advance it. Let's do a double front kick. Double storm. That's what it is. You see, I did these moves at age 10. Briefly, I took a karate class at Russ Hankey's United States Subakdo Budokan Federation aka the United States Tangsudo Mudokan Federation. You see? So I did these things. Where's my money? Where's my credit? They were supposed to send me to Japan. See, Russ Hankey thought of me like Akira Yuki, I believe, because they had me do these moves. They didn't just have me do these moves. They selected me out of those two cousins and one guy, my brother, and me. There were four of us all together. I was age 10. I went in for a karate lesson. They must have been copying me for years. I don't know how many years, but who am I in all this misunderstanding, you see? I remember doing like a elbow assault move like this very well. I mean, it's an easy move to do when you're 10 years old. You're doing karate. It's very easy to do. What if you're someone that's out of shape? That's a very easy move to do. Wouldn't you agree? You know what I'm saying? It's just so real to me, these things. And, you know, like Facebook user, I don't want to even talk about him, but some people think like, oh, Ryu Hazuki as Akira Yuki and blah, 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 blah. Well, I just described all that, you know, what I did and what they were going to make me. You see, I know that people say Shenmue is a non-fictional character, Ryu Hazuki, but he's actually a real character because I had an undocumented martial arts degree that's undocumented because it's supposed to be confidential secrecy. And I didn't know that was even real until I called my federation in Springfield, New Jersey. And if James Rayner doesn't believe me, you can look that up too, James Rayner. You're from New Jersey, right? Springfield, New Jersey. United States, Subakdo Munokan Federation. That's where Ryuzuki came from. But I'm in Michigan. You can thank me later if you want. I don't care. Don't even thank me. You guys, all these people in the Shenmue group, I want to say this. All these people in the Shenmue group are arrogant in a way, and not all of them are bad to me, but not that they're bad, but they're pretty cocky, pretty arrogant. And if you want me to represent my claims, I'm telling you my claims right now. I'm telling everybody my claims. But this has to be proven in court. This has to be proven somehow. And I know I did these things. And I'm so sick and tired of not having my royalties, not having the money I earned, not having the respect I earned ever. I can still do this karate. And I'm so tired and sick of not having my money. You see, I'm suffering. I'm going through problems. I'm cursing in this, you know, on the road. I'm mad about this. I'm mad, okay? I can't just go to work sometimes if I have something wrong with me, if I have a problem, and if they don't want to hire me to begin with, you know, like, here's the problem. I have had jobs, but they won't hire me to begin with, okay? I could maybe work somewhere if I could, but I gotta have sex in my life. You know, I can't even get my human rights respected in Downriver, Southeast Michigan. Who's that old guy with a bald spot in his head? Oh, he's nobody. He's like nobody, right? Right. Okay. Say what you want, everybody, but this is the problem I have. I just don't know how to explain it. I earn my money. I want my money. I don't care if people would worship me or not in the martial arts. I don't care. I don't care who they worship in the martial arts. You can find a new calf if you want. I don't care. It's just the fact that I earned something prominent and I did something. I had a business agreement with my teachers and they did not honor this. I mean, if people want to say what they want about me, so be it. I don't care if I'm worshipped or not. I mean, I might care a little, but that's the glory I earned. That's the glorious person I was. And that's the glorious person I always will be. And the teacher did say, and you always will be Ryu Hazuki at the ceremony. So, you know, here's a problem I got. I earned something. And I did. But let me say, this is the problem here. And I'll just say it again. Like, you know, if these teachers are affiliated with people in my history, you know, like, I'm just saying, they're all involved in child pornography, all these people. The teachers, you know, they're kind of involved in this child. They're not kind of. They're involved with child pornography, sex, and all that. But this is what goes on, okay? You know, I want to say I shook the hand of Michael Skupin at an assembly in Riverview, Michigan. I remember him being at the Riverview High School, and he says, I said to him, I said, so you're the star of the show, right? And he says, no, I'm just an ordinary man. And so, you know, maybe he's just an ordinary person. He didn't seem like a bad person or nothing, but this is what I'm talking about here, okay? Maybe some people are not bad people that are given child pornography charges. I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm like I'm like a virgin man today. You know, I'm not really active or nothing, whatever. You know, I'm like a virgin man, but this is, you know, this is the problem that is in my way. My money, I don't have it. Okay, I don't have my money, so I have a problem. I have a problem with the next door neighbors because I don't have my money. You see, who do they get? Who did this karate teacher Raymond Savoy give my money to? This is my question. I mean, I can just do this all day if I have to, all for years and years, and nobody's gonna do nothing for me. Nobody's gonna acknowledge me about who I really am. I'm Ryu Hazuki for my history, and I'm Jin Kazama for my history, and then I don't get my royalties all these years. So now I'm like just, you know, now I'm like just someone that's been suffering for all these years because I don't have the money and the royalties I contributed to. You see, once you have a peak performance of martial arts like that and you contributed to something like that, I didn't even realize myself, but that can only mean that you earned royalties, you earned money, you earned a significant amount of respect and money. But I never received any of that. After I had my peak performance, that probably was my peak at age 14, and I don't know if it was. I don't know if I'll ever be that good in martial arts again, but I might come really close, really close. See, I've done all this for the martial arts. I've done all this for Shenmue, for Tekken, and then they don't want to pay me and give me my money. That fight choreography for Shenmue, let me tell everybody, the fight choreography for Shenmue is very, very special. And it means a lot to Shenmue. They want to deny it in the group. Those, probably even the Shenmue dojo would deny the moves of Shenmue just because they don't want nothing to do with me or something. I don't know what it is. But if you don't have a good fight choreography to make Shenmue, you're going to have like, you know, this is what we got for Shenmue 3, let me say. They remade Shenmue 3 and called it an enhanced one, but you can remake it all you want. If you don't have the original fight choreography like we did for Dreamcast 1 and 2, that's when I was really good and I had really solid fight choreography that I created. I created the Hazuki style and the system. That's my system. I did that. They don't have that in Shenmue 3 very much. So they're going to make Shenmue 3 again, called Shenmue 3 Enhanced. Read between the lines, everybody. They're not telling you these things. But they're making you... If you just like, let me say this to everybody that's a fan of Shenmue. If you dogmatically do everything the Shenmue dojo says, you dogmatically believe everything they tell you in Shenmue and the group and all that, you're going to be brainwashed and you're just going to say, yeah, I want Shenmue, I want Shenmue, I want Shenmue. What you want is what I did in 1995. You want that prominent, dominant martial arts sensation of Ryuzuki. You want that. You want that in Shenmue 3, right? You want that in Shenmue 4 and 5. You have to do, you know, I'm the guy that I created this Shenmue in a strong way. I really created this Shenmue. They credit Yu Suzuki as creating the story for Shenmue. You see? Did you know that they say in Shenmue 2, the credits are about a story by, it says story and directed by, is that what it says? I believe it says the story and directed by of Shenmue is by Yu Suzuki. So he directed it and he did the storyline. But I created this Shenmue. I created the fight choreography. I made Shenmue what it is. I'm Ryan Michael Salazar, and don't forget that name. I'm Rich Suzuki 81.